copy. 2200 to any of the 2600 cars. If you got anybody that's close to Maplewood Mall near the parking lot, I don't know if anyone's heard that called. Maplewood was the possible street racers that were staging over near the parking lot. If you want to float over there and help them out if anything bubbles up. Excellent work, Michael. Sriracha's on scene.
Oh, that's good.
Looks like they left, but they can't be far, right?
Say that again? Oh, they left?
Sriracha's on scene. He said they all left.
Yeah.
But they can't be far, can they?
Oh, could be. Oh. I don't know. I don't, just so you know.
Fairly busy tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's not like I want to do this every night, you know.
I know. The novelty's worn off, isn't it?
Some loving going round. You never said much, but thanked you. Now you got a lot to say, but it's all been used. Not even love will keep us together. Not even love will tear us apart. And not even love bring me down. But it's love broke my heart. Called it time, but you got freedom you didn't want to see.
Welcome back to Live on Patrol. I have some bad news for you tonight, though. Bad news. Well, it's not terrible news. It feels like bad news. The bad news is that Pat had to be somewhere else. That's the bad news. Pat had to be somewhere else. And he won't be joining us tonight. Whatever it was very, very, very important. So my apologies for riding solo tonight. Solo. It's been a busy night in St. Paul. A lot of shooting incidents. the street racers have actually been gathering out in Maplewood now as well. We had a busy week all week. I don't know if our stream is running. Well, it looks like maybe it's catching up now. Apologize for the late start. And I really feel bad that Pat's not here with us tonight. Hopefully, I know I'm not as good talking to myself as I am with Pat. So my apologies. Well, we'll try to get into the middle of some stuff. I'm going to run out to Maplewood. I'm on Snelling Avenue right now, northbound by Harmar. To be honest, I just had to grab a bite to eat. So people are, I don't know if you're unhappy that I'm alone because, you know, you think that I'm not as entertaining as when I'm with someone else, or are you just worried about my safety? I sure hope it's my safety. But I hope the video is working well. We had a little stumbled start here tonight. We're monitoring all 6 channels. We're going to give you a test later on tonight if you remember anything that we learned earlier. You guys are, someone just sent me a text that I can see
9171, 9173.
while I'm driving, and somebody's arguing. You guys, what are we arguing about tonight?
7573.
Anyhow, we had
Fred Hayway, assisting Washington County, 2143 4th Street. They're requesting assistance.
Busy week in St. Paul, Ramsey County. By the way, for those of you that are new listeners, my name is Bob Fletcher. I have the pleasure of honor of serving as the sheriff here in Ramsey County, and I worked 20 years at the St. Paul Police Department, and I don't know what it is. I've lost track. Close to 20 at the sheriff's office. We're here, we're the sister city of Minneapolis. St. Paul's the sister city across the river. We like to consider ourselves the nicer sister, better looking. So, in all cases, we have a little friendly competition across the river. The county's got probably 550,000 people. Half of the county is the city of St. Paul, and then of course the suburban areas. Sheriff's office has primary responsibility for 7 of those suburban areas, and then also is involved in a variety of law enforcement functions throughout the rest of the county. So
2300 Cleveland, 2 women physically fighting in the back of the building. Floor doesn't believe there are any weapons, but thinks someone may have had mace or a spray bottle. 1 white female, 1 white female. No further descriptions.
That was a call out in Roseville, out in Cleveland. This has been the busiest week that I can remember in the last several years in terms of people getting shot in St. Paul and the shots fired. You know, we had one night where there were 4 victims getting shot in one night. Yesterday, St. Paul had its 29th homicide. It's on pace for a record number of homicides. Just a lot of it driven by youth gangs and retaliatory crime. So
3920 checking traffic.
And tonight it's been continuing a
2155.
little bit in terms of the number of shots fired. So we're on Highway 36 eastbound right now, coming up on 35E. You might have heard a couple nights ago or during this last week, the racers actually blocked 94 with their cars. It's not the protesters that were blocking, but the racers actually blocked 94 with their cars so they could do burnouts on the freeway and prevent the
2164.
state troopers from getting to them.
Going to be waiting next to the silver Prius.
We just had up in the
2360.
Vadnais Heights, we had a accident, bicycle accident.
Catch 2164 to this accident with injuries, please.
Young boy was hit on a bicycle. He was wearing a helmet, but still received some serious injuries.
Copy. 2160.
His family has been notified and he's been transported to the hospital. But those are tough situations. By the way, for those of you that have sent me messages about the music at the beginning,
5182 arriving.
usually I'm playing my son's music,
2157.
and his name was Kyle Fletcher. You can look him up on YouTube, and
2171.
he passed away a few years back, but
I think I heard Washington say they were out with it. Can you confirm? Are they in Hazel's lot?
Stay by.
hang on, I'm just listing here. So if you haven't already, please share this live feed.
9171. I copied Washington to respond routine. Still just want a confirmation of the location.
Jarvis Lake on the left, Keller Lake on the
I'm
right.
talking with them now. Stand by.
In between there is Spoon Lake. Some decent fishing there. We're just going to run up the Highway 61 to see if there's any.
Sector 181 area.
See if there's any remnants.
2158.
We don't get out this way much. This is Menards. Here on our right here in the southeast quadrant of
9171 affirmative.
36
They're
and
requesting
61.
routine there. I'll put the vehicle.
For those of you that go way back, the first building at this corner was called the Gem Store. GEM. And you had to have a membership. You bought a membership. I think GEM stood for Government Employee. It was kind of like a credit union, only a department store. And spent a lot of days in there, but one day it started on fire. The old Gem Store burned down. So we're northbound on Highway 61. We got 6 radio channels to monitor. Yeah, we're scanning all 6 of them as we sit here. And this park and ride here on the west side of 61 is where these racers were earlier. They were at Harriet Island earlier. They were on Highway 36, and they were at this park and ride here on the west side of 61.
Check the area, Pioneer Park, and a suspicious 1966 Chatsworth. Called in by the airport.
I'm assuming the video image looks pretty good.
Towards an aircraft around 2130. They're just requesting a check of the area.
Yeah, yesterday, the 29th murder took place over the 400 block of Thomas
2200.
in St. Paul. But it's not just the murders. Honestly, the number of people that have been shot just keeps increasing. I know we've talked about it before, but we need to get, at some point, we need to talk more about getting the shot spotter technology in town here. We have an epidemic of gunfire taking place. Epidemic of gunfire.
9171.
9171.
Yeah, 332. X-ray John King High Coffee.
It's the Northern Air Hotel right up here on the right. I don't know if you can see it. I think you probably can.
2201.
But Maplewood gets a fair number of calls there, and has to deal with occasional problem tenants there
2201.
at the Northern Air. Got a couple nice days and nice weather, and then it's
171 looks like they're logged in.
gonna drop off. By the way, O'Keefe's, I did read your poem comparing me to the Grinch in a strange way. So you had the desired impact. We won't take a break for the entire holiday season, but there might be a couple of days that we have to just adjust the schedule for appropriate festivities. But thanks for all the work you put into that. And I don't know if you can share it with everybody else here, but I didn't really mind being compared to the Grinch, but I don't think you should have compared the people in the back seat to the Who's in Whoville. It was funny, but just keep in mind the holidays are important no matter what. We don't want to ruin our holidays by staying up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Southbound on Highway 61 at Frost Avenue here, Frost Parkway. You know, right here on this corner there used to be the cabins, the old Maplewood cabins. And it was like a inexpensive hotel you could stay at. And if you ever go down to the History Museum, they have the actual sign there at the History Center in their display of the Maplewood cabins down there. Used to drive by it all the time with my father in his 56 Chevrolet. All right, so we're on the east side again. Tune our radio to St. Paul 3. Still have the scan on for anything that goes on up north. I gotta take this call, find out how that young man is. Stand by a minute. Yes, sir.
We're talking to the female party. The male is GOA. 2204.
They think he's gonna make it, or they're not sure? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Donnie. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, he's got 2 serious injuries, but usually that Regions Hospital is an amazing place, I gotta tell you. If you can get people there alive, they'll find a way to save you. Got some amazing nurses and doctors in that emergency room. When you come in there with a serious event. Yeah, the tourist cabins, that's what they were. St. Paul tourist cabins. That's right, they were Maplewood cabins. Southbound on Arcade in Maryland. We had this morning about 1 or 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, we had an occupied home burglary over on Goodrich Avenue. off of Goodrich and Lexington. And those are dangerous as well as scary. Well, obviously the people did not wake up until this morning, but quite typically they try to break into your kitchen and hang on.
Issued parties wanted for gross misdemeanor domestic assault 911 interference that occurred at Old Dixon 7th. Looking for a Henry Williams, 57-year-old black male, 5'7", 145 pounds. He is believed to be staying in the downtown area. Information.
So, thing is about the occupied burglars, they try to go for the woman's purse in the kitchen. Credit cards, checkbook,
1336 Poland Place on a silent
sometimes
alarm.
keys to the car, but usually just money, credit cards. Try to use them before you wake up and determine they're gone. Checks are still pretty prevalent in terms of forgeries as well. What's happening nowadays, people are opening phony Venmo accounts and depositing checks that they steal into Venmo accounts, and the Venmo companies will usually give them some credit, and then they can pull the cash out before the checks are reported stolen. Southbound arcade case. And just in case you ever listened to, what is the date today? What is the date today? I know it's not election day, but it seems like it's like Groundhog Day. Election day never ended. November 6th, Friday, November 6th. Some people have asked that we announce that in the beginning of the stream. We probably should do that.
$44.98 Tango, $44.26. On a welfare check at St. Paul Road in Whitebear. There's a female standing in the middle of the road not responding. Indian female in her 20s, 5'5", 50 bills, red top.
You know, if you enjoy this on Fridays, really should consider getting yourself a scanner for the other days. The scanner apps are okay, but they don't always catch everything, and some of the frequencies aren't on there. Eastbound on Minnehaha. And for those of you that are actually worried about me, rest assured that before Pat and I hooked up on this Live on Patrol, the last year and a half, well, not only that, my whole career I've been patrolling the streets alone. You know, hundreds of times. Not to say it isn't safer with a partner. Of course, it's much safer when you have a partner, and I relish the opportunities to ride with Pat. But just want you to know it's something I've done on a regular basis over my career, and you just have to adjust your tactics a little bit and make sure you always have the advantage over whatever is in front of you. Whether it's a traffic stop or an incident you're at. If you go back and watch some of those early Live on Patrols, you'll see there were a couple times where you're never sure how things were going to go. But now I have lots of boxes of Twinkies in the car, so if things are going downhill, I'll just pull out the boxes of Twinkies. I still have some leftover Christmas or Halloween candy too. Southbound on Earl from Minnehaha. Pat couldn't make it. Pat is okay. The only thing I'm authorized to tell you is Pat is not at treatment. Just remember that. He's not at treatment. Actually, that's my little joke. But no, he's not. He's 100%
You can
fine.
disregard. We have 279 and 268. Route to dumpster divers, 500 North Robert.
Pat had to be somewhere else tonight.
2210.
He apologizes to all of you. It kills him he couldn't be here. I couldn't start at 9/11 tonight either, so that's why we had a late
Information
start.
from Maple Squad heading to St. Paul and White Bear. The female is now out of the road and is heading towards the speedway. Information 2211.
26 copy.
2211.
I do have a Mountain Dew with me tonight too. I got that before we started. Let's roll up on the Mounds Park Sports Bar.
2211.
See what's there. Usually in the course of the night there'll be some shots fired somewhere off this corridor off Earl. Let me see. Last nice night here for a while. Probably going to be a busy one. Oh, we got a few people hanging outside. What's going on, gentlemen? Last weekend for a nice bike ride, huh? How was? Where'd you go?
In service post 22352 and off duty at 2975.
Yeah, you want to be on TV? Here, I gotta pull a better angle so I can get your profile. The bikers down at Mounds Park. Ariel, give her a little wave. Hey! Yeah.
You came up on the guy and they were kind of, our guys were...
Oh, those guys on 35?
Yeah.
I saw those two bikers must have been going, what the hell is going on, huh? Yeah. Oh, they told you about that? Or you saw?
I was there.
Yeah.
I was one of the guys.
Oh, you were? Well, here's the thing. When you see those red lights, you really don't know what the hell to do you? Do I go left, right? Better off just staying straight.
Yeah, but before you even get on 35, we almost got clipped when we were all at the stoplight.
Yeah.
And he went in between the bikes and the cars. There's 3 lanes.
On Cayuga there.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, he went on the wrong side,
Exactly.
and then he cut back. He
clipped one of our guys.
Yeah. No, I didn't see him clip you guys.
And then you guys got us on 35.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we got him,
What?
We got him.
Yeah, I know.
We eventually got him.
Vadnais Heights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All chases lead to Vadnais Heights. We've had a couple other ones there too.
Oh yeah. That was a stolen vehicle, right?
Yeah, it was stolen and he had a lot of warrants and we caught him in a tree, climbed up
He
a
was
tree.
moving, man.
So once there's a little conflict going on with one of these bike clubs, what's it called? I don't follow it as close as other people. What's it called? Sin. What's the Sin City? What's the name of that club? Sin. What's the bike club that starts with Sin? Sin City. Sin City, yeah. They got a conflict going with another club, not with you guys. Yeah. Something happened. Somebody killed somebody. Right.
So black on black group.
Yeah. Well, it's somebody got killed. Somebody got killed. Are you guys in conflict with anybody?
Hey, just ourselves.
No.
Aren't we getting too old to be in conflict anymore or not? Jesus criminy. You guys ever see Gorman? Remember him?
Yeah.
Michael Gorman? Is he still in Siren or what? Well, I know he was an outcast, but I'm just saying, he was always trouble. He and I always had issues. That's why. I'm not saying it.
He was married to his sister.
Really?
Wow. And then he moved to Superior.
Superior? Siren, I think it was. Yeah, he's hiding out over there. Yeah, there's a lot of good history. I mean, I don't have much history with you guys. You guys know Nalon though? Mark Nalon. Yeah. But the Dirkses, you know the Dirkses? Jimmy and Johnny, they're outcasts.
Johnny?
Johnny went to the Hells Angels.
Oh, okay.
After a while. Huh?
Johnny Dirk.
Johnny Dirks. That's, I go back to the old days,
Right.
Catlin. I don't know if you remember Catlin.
How far back you go, Cat?
Catlin, that was, yeah.
You're talking a lot of,
Oh, there's the racers. We gotta go. The Outcast, yeah. We never had any trouble with Los Valentes, Yeah,
I remember the Valentes were around for
yeah.
76.
Did you guys go to Sturgis this year or not?
What's that?
Sturgis? Did you catch COVID?
No.
Don't get too close.
6 feet.
6 feet. I gotta. Whenever a guy like him tells me, I turn my fan up. Blow the air out.
6 feet.
Well, all right. Well, I'm going up to Porky's. I think the Outcasts are hanging out up there.
Hey, you have a good night.
See you guys.
Have a great night.
Thanks a lot, you guys.
High power.
Yeah, it's a small contingent of the Los Valentes motorcycle group. They don't come here too often, but we still have a Hell's Outcast group that meets in St. Paul. As I mentioned, that Sin City group, they've had some conflict with another group, and Hell's Angels are still active in Minneapolis. But the bike season's coming to an end.
366. Charles, the detox at Old Mill. Detox weather at Old Mill 2218. 5184 in the area.
2218.
Well, there's a squad car there.
We're gonna check at 1254.
Nice of them to roam around.
2 callers reporting a loud bang. Unknown where it came from. At 2219.
Obviously,
174.
never knowing for sure what the level of
That possibly could have came from that.
anger there might be over elections.
A caller on that one.
We have extra officers on the street this week.
Fire started.
Just to make
Copies
sure
could
we
be
can.
related to the assist medics in the area from the large explosion when the fire started at 2219.
If there is any issues that surface, that we can address them.
2219.
None of our deputies were involved with the Minneapolis incident a couple nights ago. It's State Patrol, Minneapolis and Hennepin County. But we do have extra personnel on duty over here on our side of the river, just in case we have to respond to any particular criminal activity. So if you haven't yet shared it, I mean, the news is over now. People have got their 70-second hour of electoral news, and they're probably ready for something else, for a break. So please share this with them. Tell them to take a break from all the other news that changes incrementally.
376 copy and route. The alarm at 980 pain. Head pain, wine and spirits. 2221.
We are going to run over on that call that just got dispatched.
63179. Last squad, go again.
Just roaming through the Lower East Side here.
631. 631, go ahead. That alarm as well. At 2221.
It's an alarm at a liquor store. It's not unusual for liquor stores to get broken into during the holiday season. Not from downtown, from St. Paul, that's our city in the background there. We're westbound on East 7th Street coming into town. We're actually gonna take Payne Avenue up to that call at 980 Payne. Kind of see the skyline there. First National Bank, U.S. Bank, Minnesota Music Cafe. Dan Aykroyd's actually been there. Play some music.
2223.
Go for it. You can cancel payment. Copy. 631. You can stay clear.
Well, it sounds like you got there, and I think that was
On scene today. At 2223.
Yeah, let's try to not have a election discussion. Nothing any of us can do to impact the outcome at this point, so let's just figure out how we make St. Paul and Ramsey County a safer community. Town, anytime you have significantly more good people than criminal people, you got a great chance. But you don't want to let pockets of your town deteriorate where the good people move out. That's when things go downhill. And having been in this business for 43 years. There's the liquor store that the alarm was off on it. Squad's in the back. Looks secure.
165.
How's the East Side Pizzeria doing? Looks good in there.
2225.
How late is it open usually? 10? I gotta come by and get a pizza some night. You know?
I know pizzas is good.
Yeah.
They got good ribs.
Ribs too? Okay.
Yeah, they got the good ribs.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, the meat fall off the bone. Right?
I didn't know they sold ribs here. All right. Well, good. Good to see you, bud. Thank you. Got to get to this East Side Pizzeria. I've been driven by it so many times and never stopped in there.
171.
Yeah, 204, please. $96.61 EOT.
9661. Have a good night. 2226.
Northbound on Payne Avenue. I want to thank again the gentleman that created this stabilizer. Well, it just takes so many of the bumps and shocks out of there, so thank you very much. You know, and I don't know if Facebook is working perfectly, but I mean, the fun part about Facebook is, you know, the kind of comment section where everybody's kind of commenting with each other. It's much better than YouTube that way. But if the video ever gets too bad, there is another stream on YouTube too. Eastbound on Maryland.
On a medical 2700 Rice, number 111. Will be on a 92-year-old male from Rough Falls. 2228.
Road 174, checking your status.
Code 4.
2228.
So I got a few significant crimes I want to talk about. Oh, there was another robbery down on Goodrich, 900 block of Goodrich, which is right in the heart of, you know, Victoria and Grand there. That woman had her car stolen. She was pistol whipped there off of Fairmont and Victoria. There's another robbery there.
22, take 4.
Wednesday. And the thing about the holiday season is, because there's cover of darkness, a lot of these crimes occur earlier. I mentioned before about houses getting broken into between 6 and 8 o'clock because the lights are off on your house and burglars know you're not there. Because most people don't go to sleep before 8. But also just the criminality of robberies increases because it's darker earlier. Lighting is so important to harden targets. People don't like to be in light. They don't like to be on video. If they can find a dark place to rob people, though, they will. So we are eastbound on Maryland, past Duluth. See what's going on up here at the market. This last week we did have several people shot right up here in the 1000 block of Flandreau. And nothing to do with that house that we've been at several times before on Rose, which many of you have seen us go there. But
5184.
investigators are working on that case, but
send me a number for dangerous
people aren't always as
Prince of Peace Church on
cooperative
Victoria.
as you hope they would be.
Copy, Prince of Peace Church. Yeah, 2251.
So those street racers will race around as packs on the freeways until they can try to find a place they can block off and do their burns or
2615.
burn their tires and
Cars will be clear.
videotape that and then throw it back on YouTube.
1300 Wilson Avenue, apartment 305 at the Wilson High Rise. Under disorderly, constable friend is stalking her, currently at the apartment, pounding on the door.
1300 Wilson, that's that high rise that we were in for some time a couple weeks ago with that lost, disoriented, autistic young girl. She didn't live in that building, but we were in there because we thought she might for a while, just to put some frame of reference as to where that is.
5282.
282.
On an assist, she colored at Water in Galtier in a black Chevy Malibu to go to 898 Galtier. She's just concerned that the suspect from a previous domestic is in the area.
228, copy.
2232.
We'll do that.
5537.
325.
Squad 325.
By the way, I think I did mention all of our
255 East 6th Street caller was pushed by a male who still may or may not be on scene. His name is Todd, white male, 50s, 5'7", average build, no clothing description.
on our website. If you go to our website, you can just go on your phone or on your computer. The Ramsey County Sheriff website. We're listing all the notable, well, not all of them, but a dozen notable offenses that occurred during the week. And I think we started last week. There should be another post. The post will come up every Friday night before we go online. But kind of interesting to see some of the serious crime that is going on around Ramsey County. Most of it, of course, is in St. Paul. Southbound on White Bear Avenue, in case you're wondering. I think that's Hazel Park School.
You're going to add Edward John Charlie 069 to my call. I'm out on traffic with that vehicle in the parking lot on code 4.
5184, cover your code 4 in the plate at 2234.
So for those just joining us, Pat is
2234.
Pat had to be somewhere else tonight. Couldn't be with us. He's fine. I'm sure he's going to try to check in with us later tonight. Probably later when he gets back from his activity, he'll give us a call. Truthfully, I think he won big at the pull tabs and just decided he was going to cash it all in himself. Lottery or something. You know, he loves those pull tabs. Probably hit it big.
$51.84.
5184.
All right, this is a test. First test.
Could have squad start to see in Victoria. There was just an accident there.
So that squad is going to see in Victoria an accident, see in Victoria, but the numbers for that squad were 5184. So which department starts with the 5s. 5184. What
84,
department?
looks
do they
like we
work
have
for?
2 outside agency squads that are there now, but we need a Roseville squad there when we can. Unknown if there's injuries.
Copy.
Copy. Head 2256.
I didn't see anybody guess what the 51s are. Roseville. That's the Roseville Police Department. And the 4000s, the 4400s, that's the, which one is that? Because you're going to listen to the radio, you got to know who's doing what. Bob Fox got it right first. Thank you, Bob Fox, Securian. God bless you, man. The 44s. What are the 44s?
About 320.
320.
Burger King, 695 7th Street East. Reported with disorderly. A female employee was threatened by a customer who drove off in a white vehicle.
44s, that's right. That's right, Mark Brandt. Mike Youngers, Maplewood. That's the Maplewood Police Department.
270.
Maplewood Police Department. How about the 9000s? Who's the 9000s?
321.
321.
Show me other team, please.
If you hear the 9000s on the radio.
37.
5186. 5186. I replaced the 8. What do you order? Copy. 2230.
5380.
5380.
Information, group of street racers is westbound Highway 36 from Fairview. Speeds 70 to 90. Probably about 100 squads going towards westbound 36 to 35.
286-279.
Copy. Information for street racers. High rates of speed. Heading towards westbound 3635 at 2230.
Westbound
Copy.
36.
We have a shots fired. Report 1627 Woodbridge. 3 shots heard northeast of the address. Only caller at this time, and I advised Roseville, Maplewood.
1627
279. Copy.
Woodbridge. Shots fired. Of course, this is a good test.
201. Copy.
1627, and the border at Larpenteur going north and south is what? Who knows the number of the Larpenteur north and south? So you'll know exactly how far away that 1627 is.
And 286. I just want to make sure that you copied the call.
286 copy.
2239. And 279, we have an additional caller, 1613 Woodbridge, reporting 3 shots between her address and the Marion Rice area, and it sounds like they're still actively shooting. Is there nothing else seen or heard?
Well, we got to run up there. They're still actively
About
shooting.
322.
Actually,
322.
if they're actively shooting, I think we're going to jump on the freeway.
Stillwater and Algonquin is because of dangerous condition. Multiple callers reporting a group of 20 people in the intersection.
Yeah, I was going to go to that called Stillwater, Algonquin.
Copy.
But if the shooting continues after the first shots, that's a sign that there's probably going to be some victims. So we're going to run up. We're going to take the freeway. We're going to run up to Larpenteur, 35 and Larpenteur.
5380.
And go run over to Woodbridge.
969 Duluth Street. There's going to be a stolen vehicle, Minnesota plate 639 November Whiskey uniform. I believe there's a person sitting in the back seat.
Copy. Squad to start. 969 Duluth Street, occupied stolen.
We left a minute too early. We were going to swing by that Duluth stolen. So for those of you that are new, we're driving a Dodge Durango.
Squad 684, 969 Duluth doesn't show up as a good address in the CAD.
Car handles very well. For those of you that have been with us before, you know it has a governor at 120 miles an hour.
You can use Duluth in case be just a little bit off that intersection.
Not that we drive that fast very often, but on a couple pursuits, of course.
Squad start to Duluth in case.
We have topped out.
Occupied stolen. Green Honda Civic, Minnesota plate 639 November Whiskey uniform.
I'm not seeing the get up at the intersection.
Going on a single.
I can see if they still need assistance.
Anyhow, 1680 is the north border at Larpenteur. And this was at 1627 Woodbridge.
366 clears up port.
So it really is one block from the border of Roseville.
At 2342.
And of course, on the east side of Rice Street there is
Can I get the address one more time, please?
the Maplewood Police
255
Department.
East 6th Street.
Copy, thanks.
2242. Plus way 2, the caller made it inside our home.
Next year's version of the Pursuit
Copy.
rated Durango
Negative.
will be governed at 130 rather than 120.
2243.
2761 Coney.
Go ahead.
2761 and 62 now. We're in the area for those shots fired. There were 5, about 10 seconds apart. We just checked the area. Didn't find anything. Converted you away.
Copy. Spot clear, 2243.
That was the county cars, sheriff's department cars, checking that shots fired.
220.
And they didn't find anything. Great example, if we had shot spotter, we might have a more specific location to look for casings. It's always nice to find casings. Roseville might want to check it out a little further anyhow, just because who knows if there's going to be a problem there at another time tonight.
270.
If you just put me back on that call, I'll grab a hold of some caller's info and just do a quick 2-liner.
Copy.
There, clear.
Hold on for a moment.
Fire 2 fire pulling out.
2224.
537, same.
Same time.
Trying to use our red lights judiciously, just like we were talking to those bikers down at the Mounds Park Sports Bar.
960 around.
On a freeway, it gets really confusing for people. Are they supposed to pull over all 3 lanes? Should they pull over to the left? Should they just... It can cause more accidents on the freeway sometimes than just navigating around the cars.
35, you can go ahead.
Disregard, thank you.
At 2225.
So So we're back up to Larpenter.
2162.
Larpenter is 1680 north. And
Channel 4.
Chloe, maybe you can keep an eye on who gets this right.
For
But
59
how many house numbers are there for every half mile in Ramsey County? Every half mile,
Spit it out.
there's a certain amount of house numbers. So let's see who can get that one right.
1367. Squad, I think Squad 367 still are regions who may be having a hard time getting radio reception. 2246.
A lot of people got the 1680 right. That was awesome.
Copy Canary C. Charlie and
1680 was the right.
Trailblazer, no plates at 22.
Nope, it's not 120.
8195.
Somebody guessed 120. It's not 120.
8195, copy cancel fire.
Oh, there's Dean. Dean Matheson. 240 numbers for every half mile. 240 numbers for every half mile. 480
Squad 379.
to a mile.
379.
We could take your domestic on
That's how the old timers navigate. Get a house number, you plot in your mind exactly where that would be in relation.
It's unclear from the call. I would guess it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like it's more second.
To the known landmarks.
Language line call, so I'm going to try to get clarification on that to see if they're actually physically fighting up this time.
So we're on Larpenter, just past Rice Street.
2247.
This is Woodbridge here, where the shots fired call came out.
2247.
1627 is an apartment just down the road here.
Twenty 2362.
Got a few squads down there checking that area out.
Just advising Langdon is stationed in the area.
So we'll go down Albemarle, which is one block to the east of where that was. This is the lamplighter. Wouldn't surprise me if some of the patrons here had guns, but if there had been a gun used here, there would have been a lot of people leaving fast. Yes, Larpenter is County Road A. That's good. That's great. Thank you for remembering that. And if you go north 1 mile from Larpenter, you hit County Road B. County Road B, and there'll be 480 numbers in that span. And then, of course, County Road C.
About 379.
Good.
Just confirm with the TC. It's secondhand information. Caller's not on site.
Copy, thank you.
2249.
And there's 480 numbers for every mile going east and west, too. And, of course, Dale Street is... Well, what is Dale Street? In your minds, before I answer that, you know what Dale Street is? Bob Fox, you're pretty funny. No, I'm driving a Durango, not an AMC Pacer, but I probably was alive when they first were made. Pretty funny. call will run in on down here, not too far away. Who knows? Could be related.
That's right.
The old Linder's greenhouses are no more. For those of you that remember Linder's greenhouses, great family business for years. Now it's the Community School of Excellence. Community School of Excellence.
322.
Got an additional call. Group's now at Stillwater and White Bear. Still walking in the middle of the road, blocking traffic.
Copy.
Squad 325, 326. 325. 326. I'm going to have you back in 322 for now. Stillwater and White Bear. Group of 20 to 30 black male juveniles walking in the road, obstructing traffic. 325, copy.
So we're over here off of Cumberland and Larpenteur. We got a call on a car in a Chevrolet casing the area. Call is actually on Arundel, but can't really get there too directly from Larpenteur, so you gotta sue.
Park Security 568 EOT.
Other night 2252.
Well, here's the car right here.
2360 with the Squad System Mountain Rice. Caller advising.
Bravo 598 EOT.
Have a good night, 2253.
2400.
2400.
Good.
That call on Arundel, has that been dispatched yet?
Negative.
Okay, I'll be out with that car. 865 Tango Victor Mike. It's in one of the apartment parking lots up here in Arundel.
Copy. 269, can you start 1204?
Yeah, very good.
I'll be 10-8 from this, and I'm just down the block from 2400. Cancel 269.
Thanks for being here. God bless you. How's it going, sir? You live around here?
Bravo 140 EOT.
Have a good night, 2255. 2256. $2,400 status.
Yeah, 79, we are code 4 out here.
Copy, thank you, 2257.
Complaining on that.
Hey, nice meeting you. Hey, Jeffrey, thanks for backing me up. No problem. You can go further into the city too.
Well, if you didn't see that, we got like 8 deputies here to back me up. For those of you that were worried, the car was supposedly casing the area here. Somebody called. Turns out the woman in the car does live here in the building. He picked her up earlier. She was having a smoke. That's why she was outside smoking. Joel, you're not going to drive, are you? All right. Thank you. Yes, of course, of course. Get that squared away with Maplewood, though. All right. Thank you. Anyhow, his license is technically revoked, but during COVID, there are issues in terms of people. He claims he's been working with the city of Maplewood on paying some fines, and I can vouch for that. Sometimes it is a problem. So what are we going to find next, gentlemen? You are live, by the way. You knew that anyhow, right? That's good. So, showing all the fine work you're doing.
Got to get it calm before the storm.
When that avalanche didn't pan out, who had?
It was busy earlier.
Okay. Yeah, no, it was crazy. I had some other activities, so well, go to where the business is. That's what I say, right? Thank you. Thanks a lot. See ya. So lots of backup. Lots of backup. Anyhow, she does live there. I had one of our deputies check. Went up there into the apartment, found out that she does live there. One of the occupants of the car was a resident there, and we advised the St. Paul squad was there, but we're all clear.
Copy, squad's clear, 2002.
Like I told you, we have a few extra cars on duty. I'm sure a lot of them are responding to the shots fired, which was just a couple blocks away. So we're back. Eastbound on Larpenter. So thank you for all of you that are watching or interested, and for those of you that are new, and it appears there are a few new people, the whole goal here is to give you a look into police work, hopefully an unvarnished look. If you look at all the 50 previous broadcasts, I'm sure you'll see it's unvarnished, and get to understand what we're trying to accomplish. We're just out here trying to keep the peace and help people enjoy their lives without someone else interfering. There's a car in the Super America lot coming out without its lights on. Well, I guess you turned them on now. But we are, the goal of this educational program is to try to build some trust. Obviously.
About 279, I copy en route to the noise disturbance, 522, call tier 270, will you assist?
Obviously, sometimes law enforcement's in the news in a negative perspective, but when that does happen, it doesn't really reflect on the 8,000 police officers in Minnesota.
527 case number, please.
Most of which are just out here trying to be there when people need us.
Case number is 238347.
Southbound on Rice Street at Arlington.
Copy, thanks.
We'll swing through the Tin Cups parking lot. Yeah, I think the YouTube comments are off by design. We just have had a few people that are ruining it for everyone else, and this isn't a forum to whine or complain. It's not a political forum. It's an educational forum, so the YouTube comments are usually shut off. Not always, but usually. People are welcome to join us on Facebook. And not quite so anonymous on Facebook, but what do we got here?
27's Ramsey.
2306.
You okay? Did you break down or what?
279 from Rice in Maryland.
You're gonna have to park it someplace though, otherwise these cars will back into you. Yes, sir. All right, very good, very good.
Copy 2307.
How's it going?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How's everyone?
We good. How you doing?
What are you doing? Just hanging out?
Just hanging out.
Aren't you? Don't get nervous. Okay, he looks nervous. The guy in the red sweatshirt, he looks nervous.
I'm not nervous.
How's it going?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
This is a new hangout? You're only going to be able to hang out here one more week. It's going to be 30 degrees next week.
Smoke break, cigarettes.
You know, we trying to enjoy it. We're
30,
just
enjoy it. 30 degrees.
I like the lights. Red, blue, white,
I'm
all that.
gonna get green ones for Christmas.
That'd be cute.
Green lights for Christmas.
Can you do that? Can you change them? You get in trouble?
I might get in trouble. But you know what? Who can be against Christmas, right?
Woo!
Who can be against Christmas?
A Scrooge
Scrooge.
is the answer.
Yeah, Scrooge or the Grinch. The Grinch.
The Grinch, yeah.
All right, you guys.
you have a
Have a good
good
one.
You have a
See you
good
later.
night, officer.
Thank you. Tin Cups parking lot. Rice in Maryland. Hey, there's the married man. How's it going, Mr. Groom? What's going on? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, has she kicked you out yet?
No, she's down in South Carolina right now. I fly out her next Friday to go spend 4 or 5 days, and then we fly home
Good
together.
for you, Whitey. Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy for you.
Yeah,
Very, very exciting.
I don't know. I love her.
Yeah.
I had to keep her.
That's good. That's
She's
good.
a keeper.
That's good. You did a great job on Earl Street too, by the way. I think I told you.
Yeah, I just haul it. I don't run the paver now.
no,
I just
thank
haul
you.
the asphalt.
It's all good.
Guys at work were giving me shit. Cause I missed the last couple of weeks because the
Yeah.
wedding and stuff.
Yeah.
But one guy at work says, "Bob Fletcher keeps talking about you on his live feed. You know," he goes, "You better tell him you get royalties."
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I said, "No, I just want to ride along." But it's just every time he's on the road, man, pants with him. I can't get a ride along.
After the COVID's done, we'll do some
Yeah.
ride-alongs. We'll get some people in the back seat. What we'll do is all the back seaters, we'll get a couple of them that actually in there.
I know I hear you talking. Like, you back seaters there, and I'm like, "Who's he got with him?" And I realize you're talking to the basement.
Yeah.
Busy out here tonight or what?
It was really busy earlier, and then it calmed down. So I don't know what's going to happen. Really busy earlier. All right, when you leaving?
Leaving here?
No, to go to South Carolina.
Next Friday. Next Friday morning.
All right. Take care.
All right, buddy. Be
See you
safe.
later. See you, buddy.
See you later.
Thank you. Gonna swing by this address over here. You never know if something else is gonna happen here at Albemarle in Maryland. sure you all remember that little fiasco. Oh, somebody's outside. What's going on tonight? Any more arguments with the baby daddy? No? Oh, is he? Yeah. Oh, good. Well, good. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Those people, we didn't let them drive, you know. We made them walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they didn't have a license.
I know.
And they're like your mom said, their mom wouldn't let them stay there. Mm-hmm. So that worked out good. You know, they're not a very nice group, right?
Not at all.
So you still got the child here?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, good. Well, anyhow, call us if you need us.
Thanks for checking.
You bet. You bet.
Squad 279. No response, Squad 270.
705.
Copy, thank you. 2312.
Bravo 437.
Go ahead.
WOP.
Have a good night, 2312.
It looks like he's in a little bit of a hurry, huh? Hard to say how big of a hurry, but whoa, that's not good. Somebody wanted pizza. Southbound on Rice Street. Anybody else is listening? It's like he's in a hurry to get to the Asian party. Pull over! Jesus Christ. Throw your keys out the window. All the way out the window. Thank you.
Here. I'm gonna move.
Squad 210.
210.
At United 341 Smith. Caller is with security, has a party they would like removed.
Copy.
2314.
267.
267.
This is going to be GOA. Start for 1029 auto.
Copy with 214 1029 auto for female walking up and down the alley. She's in her 30s wearing a black sweatshirt, black pants, and a beanie.
Code 4 coming.
2317.
Thank you. It's good to have you guys on the street. We got to do this more often.
I agree.
This is a Rice Street corridor. Remember, this is important. This is an important corridor. It's great to have those deputies out here. All right. Later. We'll see you on the next one. So we had 3 more deputy cars show up to back up on the stop. Actually flew by another deputy. What do we got here? Oh, St. Paul's looking for something on the east side.
279.
Tell us what it was, Chloe.
279.
Will you check your messages, please?
Copy, I responded.
Perfect, thank you. 2320.
Whoa. You never know what's around the corner. That's the thing about this job. You never know what's around the corner. You just gotta be prepared for pretty much anything. It's nice to know things ahead of time, but the cold reality about calls coming in, there's usually a 2-minute delay.
270. Can you change the address to 528 Built here? And will be advised with 7986.
St. Paul was looking for a car over on the east side that fled from him. Yes, sir. is the description. Merritt Chevrolet. Interesting. Maroon Kia. Okay. And what's the address on Jessamine? Yeah, but just keep in mind Decker lives right there at 420, so you may wanna it may be him. So oh, it was. Okay. Disregard that. Black male, dreadlocks, wearing a hoodie. Alright. Maroon Kia. Got it. Alright. Thank you. Great info. Thank you. Bye. So we're looking for Maroon Kia, the black male driver. Got to make a quick phone call here. If you guys can take a food break, bathroom break, take whatever break you need. I'll be back. I'm just going to take my phone out in the back of the car. I got some information on where he might be headed that I can't broadcast, just in case they go over there. So I'll be back with you in a minute. Listen up for anything else that goes on while I'm out of the car.
And while we're listening to other PPVs, he's university and curfew.
Copy 2325.
Disturbance noise complaint, run to 1102 Edgerton Street, 2325.
One, you can send me that assault.
Copy, squad 120, can you assist? 2242 7th, unit 312 on a domestic, currently an assault.
120, copy.
2326.
120, I'm coming from Larford and Dale.
Just line on my team.
All right. Actually, you're supposed to say it like this, I guess. All right. Matthew McConaughey. I have to make a call to the caller on the last call.
267 in the area.
Explain to them.
2327. 2360, 2166.
Hello, this is the sheriff's office returning your call about the suspicious car that you gave us. We did stop the car. We talked to the driver, and the female passenger in the car lives in an apartment building there. So there's nothing wrong with them being there if she lives there. We actually verified, went into her apartment and verified that she actually lives there.
5 times and there was no answer. I'll try again. Copy 2327.
We walked right up to she had keys to the doors and she went right in. Yep.
2360 transporting.
The guy who's with her is her friend. He doesn't live there.
Adult male LEC.
Yeah. He said he was waiting for he was waiting for her. So no, she lives across the street from you. Yeah. And I don't know what this one, it's across the street, one of the even numbers across the street. But she does live there. We verified that. We stopped the car. You probably saw us there. We went in there and verified. We don't have, yeah. Well, that was after we dealt with the matter. First of all, ma'am, we went in and verified her residence there. Okay.
About 326.
Include this report. Houston Canine.
Well, here's the thing. I'm calling to let you know what happened. There will be a St. Paul police officer coming to answer more of your questions, and tell them that the person is suspicious. Tell them that. Well, it's all right. We can't only operate within the law, but a suspicion is good for you to call and good for us to know, but it doesn't make it a crime. That's the
369 Sims Avenue on its disorderly. Initial call advised 2 white SUVs and blocking the street. Believes the parties occupying them may have been arguing. Also advised that the vehicle has been circling for some time. The cop called back and said he heard 2 bottles breaking and shouting.
Yeah, I get that.
No visual.
I get that, and
Copy it.
yeah. Well, here's the thing. Every time he's on your particular property, you should call the police and say, hey, he's got no business. Well, I mean, the most important thing is to have a 1-inch deadbolt on your door. I don't know, a lot of doors just have half-inch, cheap locks, but I would recommend a 1-inch throw. The bolt has at least 1 inch long. 1 inch, And some people actually put deadbolts that go into the floor. That those work well too. But you have a Ring doorbell on there or a camera. Yeah. Well, the cameras are the best thing. Most suspects don't want their face to be seen. Don't want their face to be seen. Hang on a minute. Hang on 1 second. Everything okay here?
Yeah, I'm talking to my friend.
All right, very good. Thanks. Yep. Sorry. Yeah, you tell him he's a suspicious character, but there's only so much we can do until they break the law. All right. Thank you. And by the way, just so you know, I don't think that guy is a very serious criminal. I think he's probably, he probably might not be the most law-abiding guy, but based on what I saw in his truck, I don't think he's much of a criminal. Well, that's always possible. We don't get much crime up in your neighborhood there. It's pretty crime-free, Nobody knows how to get to Arundel. So, all right. Thanks. You bet. Bye.
325.
Okay. Well, that was the original caller wanting more information and feeling like the male party there was suspiciously not a good person, so. But we love to hear from neighbors that are suspicious. It's great that they call.
323 line has come to the back.
But we can't always act on our suspicions when it comes to using the criminal justice system.
We're code 4.
2607, we're back to eastbound on Maryland. Thanks again for joining us. It's 11:33 here in Minnesota. 11:33 p.m. in St. Paul, Minnesota. If you're from outstate or out of the country, thank you for taking a few minutes.
Parkway. On an audible alarm code, east office motion. There's a squad assist.
We're live on patrol here in Ramsey County, St. Paul. Just trying to give you a picture of what we see, what goes on. It's Friday night. It's 60 degrees out. Probably one of the last nice weekends before we go into Minnesota winter. It's supposed to be 34 degrees for a high a week from now.
279. 279. Can you clear mine assisted and then put me out with the DOC HQ lot? Copy, is there a squad to start? Just call for.
221 will start.
Thank you, 2335. Go ahead.
Southbound on Arcade. We're going to check a few addresses over here on Lawson.
Cool.
We've had our share of problems on these side streets.
727 right. Copy.
Eastbound on Lawson.
Two oh one. You can cancel 221. 221, you can clear.
23 and 10.
2336.
Not a lot of traffic out tonight. Kind of surprised.
Case number.
Much busier earlier.
210, your case number is 238391.
So we spent most of our night on the east side and a little bit of central. We're going to head over now. Head over now to
Thank you.
The west sector.
You're welcome at 2336.
University Avenue, Frogtown, Midway area. cars coming at us here. We'll check on McGovern's and the truck park, see how that's going too when we're over there. Yeah, well, not a lot of cars here on Arcade tonight. But a lot of the bars aren't staying open till they're full time either, so that curtails the traffic after 10.
$21.63.
21.16.
We're gonna let this person go.
Copy, 23.3.
And then we're gonna follow them because they have a very loud muffler. ACC 656.
23.3.
Hi, did you make it home?
Yep.
Got a loud muffler, huh?
Yeah, I know. I was gonna get it. I gotta get my friend over to fix it. So.
All right. See ya. Have a good night. So, for going north-south in St. Paul and Ramsey County, the zero line for north and south. You know that University Avenue is 480 north. I'm sure you remember that. So what is the 0 point for north-south? That's the next quiz question.
Road 212. Area check on a man who fled from Detox 402 University. His name is Tony, white male, 53 years old, 5'9", black jacket, blue pants.
That's correct, Chip. Summit Avenue. Carol, Summit. Don't doubt yourself, Carol. Don't put that question mark behind your answer. Summit is 0, going north and south. Everything north of Summit is a north address. Everything south is south.
279. 279.
And of course, part of that was the design of having Summit
The mail we just dealt with in the parking lot might be
lead up right there to the cathedral and the state capitol.
Copy, 212, copy.
So back to Dale Street. Dale is 620. If you go 1 mile west of Dale, you hit Lexington. And now that you know there's 240 to a half mile, 480 to a mile, you add the 480 to the 620, and you know that Lexington is 1100 west. And that's true pretty much everywhere except for where it makes some bends now and then in the suburbs. And of course, Snelling then is 480 more than that, a mile west, and that's 1580. 1580 is Snelling. But that number pattern holds everywhere.
Squad's 3928.
in the city.
3920.
Obviously a couple exceptions, but
20.
2145 McKnight Road North at multifamily rental, unit 203 for a DOC. Comps neighbors are yelling and screaming. It sounds like a male and female. Female is heard yelling for help.
2-8. A copy. 20 copy.
Thank you, 2342.
I'm gonna make a phone call. Call Jeff Ramaker. Jeff's the undersheriff of our patrol division. So, Mike Kogel was first, apparently. Sorry about that, Mike. It's hard to get good help. Hey, I just want to let you know, you can certainly let the guys go whenever you want, but if some of them want to stick around until 2 when I'm done, that's fine too. You know. Can you leave Danny Young and Marcoux
2343.
working? Will you get a hold of them and tell them they're welcome to work till 2 or 2:30 with me? Because Danny's the Rice Street corridor car anyhow, so Marcoux's a good guy.
365.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you. All right,
we had 308 and 375.
got it. Thank you.
Copy,
Good with bye.
1705 Cope.
Copy at 1705 Cope at 2344.
So we're on 7th Street.
279.
We're technically on East 7th Street. We're coming in from the east, but we're headed west. And we haven't been downtown tonight, so for those of you that are new, we'll drive through our St. Paul downtown. We have a significant homeless issue, maybe not as significant as a lot of towns, but we have about 350 people that have no place to sleep indoors
367.
during the nighttime, and so they're out on the street.
370.
70.
375.
And we've obviously done a fair amount to try to help them, and this weather doesn't make it too bad for them, but
Any other cars for
it's about to turn cold. If you look at our past posts, you see we've been raising a lot of clothing for them.
845. And IDOT, squad 165.
165.
166.
166.
167.
67.
Any other spots for midnight DOT? Have a good night, 2345.
So we're westbound on 6th Street. Actually, it's 5th Street. Apologize for that. No, this is 6th. This is 6th. Westbound on 6th. I better have another Twinkie. Make sure I got enough sugar. There's Securian Financial, one of the leading businesses, if not the leading business in St. Paul. Very lucky to have them here. Our good friend Bob Fox is probably working over there as we speak.
169, we will head back to that domestic.
Copy 2346.
So for those of you that used to come down here when you're little, you know this building on the corner here is originally the Dayton's building. And of course, Dayton's goes way back to the Dayton family merchandise store. And we used to come down here. The Dayton's used to have windows, Christmas windows, around the building. And then over time, of course, Dayton's changed to Macy's, and there was a Macy's here. And now it's a conglomeration. The Port Authority has taken over it, and there's some bar and restaurants right there. Walgreens and the Minnesota Wild have their practice rink up there, the Tria rink there. Where they practice. Kids can play there too, but it's a Wild practice rink.
327, this will be GUA with 320.
Children's Museum there. Just wish I could get a shot of the Children's Museum.
2348.
There's the home of the Minnesota Wild right there, the XL Energy Center, home of the largest state high school hockey tournament in the world. And we're all sure hoping that the COVID epidemic is over by the first weekend in March, because everybody's got their tickets and their plans to attend the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament at the XL Energy Center. I go there every year with my 15-year-old son. He's not always 15, but he's 15 right now, and it's just an awesome time. And last year was it was the week before the pandemic hit here, and 2 weeks later the lockdown hit. So we just got it in time. Hopefully we'll be able to have the vaccines ready by the time the next tournament comes around. There were a couple people that we know that were at the tournament that got sick shortly thereafter, but there was never any indication of a widespread contagion from that event, thank goodness. So the high school hockey season has been kicked back, so it doesn't start till November 23rd. It's really like 3 weeks later than normal. But hopefully they'll still get a good season. Maybe have to compress the games. But this is a hockey state. This is the state of hockey, Minnesota. For those of you around the rest of the world, we're not saying we produce the most pros, but we produce the largest number of hockey players per capita in the United States. I suppose Michigan would probably argue with this, but and we are home to the original Herbie Brooks, an East Sider himself. And there's Herbie's statue there. The day they defeated the Russians.
212.
They defeated the Russians in 1980 and went on to beat the Swedes and win the gold medal.
2351.
Herbie Brooks, one of our icons.
Gonna investigate Crosby Farm Road in Watergate. There's a plate 990
at one of the entrances to the XL Energy Center.
You can send us a GOC. We're 23.
That's the St. Paul main library there. Once this COVID is over, make sure you come down to the St. Paul Hotel. One of the finest hotels around. Customer service. My wife and I had our wedding reception here.
About 326, 321.
So,
326.
that's the landmark, a historic landmark across the street
For
there.
disorderly, 1300 Wilson Apartment 305. Officers were out earlier regarding a male who may or may not be stalking our caller.
Just going to take a quick trip by one of our homeless encampments. The county and the city are working on finding space here by December 1st. Hopefully sooner.
326, 221, you're clear.
Copy, thank you. 320, copy, thanks.
2353.
One
175.
Can you pull me on 118's call?
So this is Kellogg Boulevard. For those of you from out of town, the Mississippi River runs right alongside St. Paul here. Just to our right as we're headed down this way is the Mississippi River. We're up on top of the cliffs. A lot of sandstone cliffs and caves here beneath us. Sometimes kids get lost in those caves, or the oxygen levels are so low too that it can be life-threatening. Most of them have been sealed up. So I'm going to give you a little look without disturbing them, just so you understand some of the trauma that a lot of people are going through right now.
Clear squad citation.
2368, copy, 2354.
It's hard to sleep. I mean, that's one of the things about homelessness, is you don't get much sleep. How's everybody doing? Hanging in there?
Just want to make sure you're copying that.
Gonna get cold next week, you know.
Now saying another mail at the address slapped her hand.
So what do you guys need most next week? Blankets? More blankets? Scarves? All right. I'll make sure we get some more blankets and scarves. Huh? Hand warmers too? All right. We'll get those over by Wednesday, okay? Candles? All right. You don't think you'll burn yourself down, right?
I'm fine.
All right. Candles, blankets, scarves. Hand warmers. God bless. So this is the problem. I mean, you can see there's a lot of people. Oh, what the heck?
2166 was a squad to assist. 125 Red Fox Road.
Power cord there.
Advising of people that are crime rate.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Hanging in there?
Huh?
Hanging in?
Yes, sir.
All right. God bless. So people they're using the power. They're using the power off the poles. How's that power working? Okay?
It's all right, sir.
Where does it go? Is it plugged into the power pole up there?
Yeah, they keep it up to the tree, and if we do too much, they will cut it off on us, sir.
They're charging your phone?
Yes.
Good for you. God bless.
God bless you, sir.
Thanks.
I wish I had a vehicle to stay warm like you.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish you did too.
Can I sleep in there?
Just looking for a little warmth. We're gonna have to figure out a way to help
Status check.
these people.
912, we're code 41 in custody.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
2357.
I got a bunch of leftover candy I gotta get rid of from Halloween. gotta go back and drop that off.
656 Grand, the Tavern on Grand on a slumper.
Go back to that first group. Make sure they get some candy.
16 copy.
My wife always buys too much candy
2237.
for Halloween.
4110.
Oh, we'll take it. 110, you can cancel 116.
Well, I know it's depressing.
Thank you.
There's Pat's friend. He just yelled down to us. That was nice of him. Kellogg Square.
Copy 2267.
I'll get some candy. Dropped out here.
17405 there too.
Copy 2315.
Not sure what that motorcycle's up to.
Squad 220.
Looks like Evil Knievel.
1500 Arundel, I guess the male that's in a transport SUV named Joel Murray has been trespassed and he is there needing to be removed in the lodge. The caller also has a letter to give him from the apartment board. Same car from 1505 Arundel.
Okay, I got some candy. Trick or treat candy. There, catch. There you go. Help yourself. There's, oh, I gotta pass some more out.
One more.
There you go, bud. Trick or treat.
850 was the one previously. I believe 279 went out on for a male that was possibly casing the area, but he actually, or the female half lives in the building.
Oh, somebody brought the hand warmers out. Here goes some candy, buddy. Here we go. There's another one. Steve, you brought some hand warmers?
Yeah.
God bless you, Stevie.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, here, you want some candy?
Sure, sir.
Here, grab a bag there.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Copy 2359.
270, go back to Gold Tier. It'll be 528 Gold Tier.
Copy, is there squad to assist?
Hey, hold on.
214.
Split 214, 0 minutes. 389.
Sir.
389.
The boss can they go to 4, please?
Oh, that's you. Hey, Denise.
Squad 300. 300. You can go to 4. 4.
You know I'm shacking this.
How are you to it for a minute?
Thank you. There's some more candy shirts. Hey, what was your name? What's your name again? Fletcher? Yeah, way on Selby days.
Hey, Dick, now. You called next week.
Meet y'all them crazy. Remember those back in the days?
Yeah, the basketball days, too.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks a lot.
This is going to be GOA with 174.
Huh?
You can cancel medics.
You're on YouTube too.
Copy 1 minute.
Did ya? Are you watching it right now or not?
22, I'll go to Walgreens.
It's called Live on Patrol. Go to YouTube. Go to Live on Patrol.
Copy 1585, Randolph to Walgreens.
You're right on there.
Male putting items in his pocket. Currently in the bathroom. Is there a squad to assist?
Live on Patrol.
Squad 118 will be clear size. Cancel 118 will go. Copy 182, you can clear.
22, copy.
2 minutes.
cars near Mill Street. Somebody to get out and then help. The west side of the building.
It's a $50 bill. I tried to go turn myself in. They were like, you got a new court date for you, Mr. Green. I was like, great. I missed it because of COVID. You know my name? I can give it to you. It's a $50 bill.
Can you go to 4?
It's okay, Mr. James.
No.
God bless you. Thank you. I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now.
Right there you are.
I'm on YouTube.
How many viewers you got on there? Does it say?
No, they don't.
It should say how many viewers.
Up in the corner by the red thing.
3,875 people watching you.
Hey, y'all follow me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Y'all follow me on Instagram, everybody.
Well, what's your Instagram name?
Vanesmo.
Vanesmo. How do you spell that?
Shit, I just, it's like already,
Vanes.
it automatically kind of
Vanesmo.
puts words in for you. Yeah. You guys have a great night.
All right, you too, buddy. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, I got something else too. I forgot that. The most important thing.
Uh-oh.
Most important. Hey, don't. Huh? We gotta keep our distance, though. We got to keep our distance.
I wonder what the most important thing is. Oh my God. Oh my God.
There we go.
Sir.
Oh my
God.
Twinkies.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Back to happy.
Like these OG officers. Hey,
Hey,
they're no more OG. These are original officers. You guys need to take notes. You need more. Hey, you guys need more like watch and learn. Take
Hey, man, I'm in a Twinkie,
take
man.
notes from the officer of the year.
Go share those Twinkies. Go share those Twinkies. Excuse me a minute.
On YouTube. All right. You got the same.
39.
My shit ain't stolen.
3912.
You want to learn my IMEI number?
You can clear to that call. 3920 is still out.
It's in my name.
Copy.
All right, I gotta go to a call now. Good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Share those Twinkies.
Copy is the equal at 4 minutes.
Here, you need some candy? There you go, buddy.
I need some money, man.
I ain't got no money.
$20.
I'm on YouTube. I'm gonna keep watching.
All right. So, meanwhile, we got a call down here. I don't know if anybody's going to it, but 240 East Kellogg. An aggressive male in charge in someone's face, so we'll go see what's going on down there. So that atmosphere there is. How's it going?
All right, how are you?
What's happening? You're working hard?
Man, I'm the only cab out here tonight.
You gotta work.
Man, I gotta put it in, man.
That's what we all do, you know?
Oh, I don't got my seatbelt on because I just dropped that lady off.
I didn't notice.
Right now.
I don't think it's gonna fit you anyhow.
Zero cover KC. Ask the consulate department there and try to get a better location.
All right.
Copy 6 minutes.
About 376.
Anyhow,
376.
apparently St. Paul's there. I can see him up
your
there.
laptop.
But the thing is, you can have a
069.
fun conversation with the people at Kellogg Park right now because it's warm. The problem is in another week, the high is going to be 34. Oh, there's that dang green laser flashing down here. Somebody's got a green laser that they're flashing down at us. Green lasers are, I could just saw it on the wall here. If we sit here long enough, we'll see it again. Pat and I saw it once before. But, did you get the help you needed or not?
Yeah, St. Paul came by.
Yeah.
The guy wandered up that
Oh, he did. All right. Well, I will go look for him. It's not this guy anyhow. All right. Thanks. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye. Anyhow, the aggressive party from 240 East Kellogg left. St. Paul cars were wandering up to look for him, so.
Squad 4482. Can you call Data when you're able?
Time is at 9:08. Remember at 4-hour mark. At the 4-hour mark, we got to cut off and restart.
Myself from 2911.
Oh, there he is.
Copy, I'm gonna have a few minutes.
There's some homeless folks here that have such significant mental health issues that their aggressiveness sometimes gets misinterpreted. Usually it's just extreme. Probably the same guy we ran into like 2 months ago down here. Tough to get people consistent treatment. I hope you guys are enjoying this tonight. I mean, it's every night's something different. For me, it's just, I mean, I enjoy being on the street any night. You know, it's harder to talk all night than normal, but I just think it's
9173 and 9175.
a valuable thing if people get to learn more about us. But I gotta tell you, the best part of this for me tonight is not having to watch stories about election returns.
You and 75 should head to 1758 Elm Street to check the area for 911 hang-up within 25 meters. TV was heard in the background.
Just 4 hours of relief from that. It's like, welcome.
9173, copy from the PD.
Copy.
752.
Thank you, 10 minutes.
I mean, I want to know what's going on, but I don't want to hear it 20 times in 2 hours. So we'll run down to McGovern's and the truck park, see what's going on there. Mallory's right here.
2160.
Not too crowded in there.
66 racers have moved on. You can clear assist.
See how happy that guy was with that box of Twinkies? That was some pure joy. Yeah, if you're just joining us, Patrick had another engagement he had to go to tonight and couldn't join us. We'll try to get out. I don't think we're going to get out tomorrow, but we're going to get out early next week. Before it gets too cold. By Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to get cold. That'll curtail a lot of stuff, but we'll try to get out Tuesday or Wednesday. That wind's blowing in. Must be a front moving in too.
One 2-6 traffic.
126.
Good night, Jackie.
Randolph and Cleveland with Alpha Golf Lima 154.
Happy 12 minutes.
Actually, for anyone that's interested, I know we do our own collections, but Kellogg Park is very safe there. It's right across from the Intercontinental. If you want to drop off blankets, hand warmers, just like we did, just come down during the daytime and just set the stuff on the benches there. People that need it will take it. It'll all go to good use. So blankets, hand warmers, scarves. This will be the next 4 days. Would be really critical time just to start dropping stuff off. Kellogg Park there on Kellogg across from the Intercontinental.
Copy. Code 4 on the stop. 13 minutes.
So we're a little earlier down here than normal, so the bars are probably not emptying out yet. Let's take a look.
24.
214.
Yeah, investigate. 185 Rose. 811 Tango Delta Echo.
Copy. 14 minutes.
282, I'm with them.
Yeah, whatever you want to bring down. You know, bring it on down. I do want to mention one other thing too. We are we're having a public hearing sometime this month on our drone policy. Uh-oh.
I'm on Sue. Mercedes. Correction, BMW. Alpha John.
One of our cars is in pursuit.
586. Refusing to stop. Speeding 61.
Copy, Sue and Emil Drive, 2160 copy.
Well, we better head up there just to see if they head our way. They're up there in Shoreview.
60 copies. And it was for speed, correct?
Negative. He was all over the road. We are now going westbound on Owasso.
Winkle, there's a train there too. We can't get to you.
Copy. We are going westbound.
It's the old Burger King
Copy,
up
westbound
there.
Owasso.
He is darked out. Still traveling westbound. Speed 60.
Copy, speeds at 60s. Continuing westbound now. 15 minutes.
Now we got to figure out which way we want to go.
4483.
1351 Kenny Road, C. Charlie for a robbery for a male who... His phone was stolen.
Passing Owasso Boulevard. Coming up to Vic.
I'll go this way.
Copy, approaching
I
Vic.
don't know if it's the best way to go, but we're
train
going
at Vic. So I have to go northbound Vic.
Copy, northbound Victoria. Thank you, 6 minutes. Have one for pursuit. Be northbound Victoria from north of Owasso Boulevard at 60 minutes.
If anybody's able to get sticks, get out in front.
Coming up down. Correction E.
Copy, approaching Kenny Road E.
We're going eastbound to Owasso Street.
Copy, eastbound Owasso.
pull over, you dumb. Never mind. Jesus.
2206, are we tied with an LTAC?
Affirmative.
Cat B, State Patrol's monitoring. I was just on their channel. If we can get aviation, that'd be great.
Copy.
Coming up to Harriet. And we're still going south on. Still south on Owasso.
Copy. Approaching area system on Owasso.
East on Arbogast.
East on Arbogast.
I get sick over by Rice Street. You might pop out right by the train tracks there where you guys are at.
Speed still at 60. Passing Horseshoe.
Copy. Speeds are still at 60 and flight is unable to assist.
2206, got me split.
Coming up to Sioux.
Copy. Approaching Sioux. You're welcome. Thank you, Matt.
Eastbound still from Sioux. Over the railroad tracks.
Copy. Crossing the railroad tracks.
Gonna take Little Canada here, work my way over,
21's going to be clear and counted.
work the way back over. Probably gonna make his way eventually over here. I'll see.
Did anybody get sticks?
I have sticks that I can throw there.
North right. Looks like we're going to be going on the freeway 694 westbound. Correction. Eastbound.
Copy. Northbound Rice getting onto eastbound 694.
Now we gotta get over here and think.
320.
Because he's gonna,
I'll get 6 out
I
at
don't know if he's gonna
694
stay
right there.
eastbound, westbound, what. So we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and think.
So we have 694 in White Bear.
2162 on number 2, I'll call it.
2162, copy.
We'll get the next call whether he's
Check,
going
he's gonna go south 35E.
south 35E. That's
Copy.
us.
Southbound 35.
That is us.
I'll have 6, westbound 36 after Rice. You made it 35E south, coming up the Little Canada Road.
Copy. Committed 35 south.
Man, 326, same traffic. I'm going to be riding on that vehicle that's literally.
Speeds are 80, traffic very light.
Light traffic speeds at 80.
He's in the right lane, moving to the number 2 lane, just passing Little Canada Road, still southbound. Still light traffic.
Copy. Number 2 lane past Little Canada, light traffic.
Right lane still approaching 36.
Copy. Right lane approaching 36.
Number 2 lane. Westbound 36. Westbound 36.
Copy.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Take that right street. Alright, speeds are 80. Still light traffic. He's right lane.
Copy. Right lane speeds at 80.
Moved over to left lane. Right lane again.
Copy. Vehicle's going to be in the right lane. Copy. 21 minutes.
Clear, good stick.
Copy. Good stick.
Speeds still 80.
Well, we don't want to hit the sticks ourselves. That's
Copy.
the
40 hit the 6, speeds at 80.
Now I want to hit the sticks.
Exiting Dale.
Copy, exiting Dale. Wait a minute.
Looks like he's going southbound Dale.
Copy, exiting to southbound Dale.
Back eastbound 36.
Oh, great.
Copy, continued. Eastbound 36.
I should have guessed that. I got some
Where's
sticks.
K9 in this line?
We're getting off on Dale right now. You say eastbound 36?
Yep. That's what he did
Correct,
to us.
yeah, double back.
Eastbound. Try for 6 at Rice and 36.
He's going southbound right now.
Where is going?
Copy, back left side.
6-1 on number 3. If you'll make it up, I can try a pit.
4498 Tango, you should be clear.
Southbound right and 36.
Southbound.
Go. Eastbound County D-Boy.
Eastbound County Road B-Boy.
Be aware, he's trying to get back into the mix with his racers. They're up here on B.
Copy, attempting to get mixed in with the racers on County Road B.
Yeah, there's a line of probably 100 cars, but he's still going eastbound in the westbound lanes. Speeds are 60.
Big eastbound in the westbound lane, speeds of 60.
Where are you? You're behind me?
Affirmative.
Take it. Take it.
Southbound McMenemy.
Copy, southbound McMenemy.
Mature guide.
It's the white one.
Still number 3.
Make sure St. Paul knows we might come into their city.
Copy.
Still southbound McMenemy.
As you can tell, there's a few extra squad cars out tonight, as I mentioned, in preparation for any
Heading
potential
southbound,
protest.
shortly to head into St. Paul, currently southbound McMenemy. Information at 25.
Alright, service number 2 call. 46 EOT.
He's darked out again.
Oh, where though?
Here's County's, Shooting County, coming into the city. Fairly south.
Copy.
From Westminster, passing Larpenter.
Copy, passing Larpenter.
Squad 300.
300.
Going east, correction, going west on Arlington.
Copy, westbound Arlington.
Going over the freeway.
Squad 308.
Did we have good sticks?
We have good sticks on the freeway. Still westbound, passing Jackson.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Copy, westbound passing Jackson.
Time to jump in. We're gonna. If he goes up that Arlington Hill.
I'm up to Rice. Speed's about 70. We're between 50 and 70. Slowing way down here for Rice. Going southbound. He's smoking. Full-fledged tires.
Can you let the good car get to the front?
Copy of the pit car to go to the front.
6-4, 2 position, calling it. Going through Maryland.
Copy, passing Maryland.
Near south on Rice. Past Uranium. Pit.
Copy, pit.
PIT stands for Pursuit Intervention Technique.
537.
And
Copy at 27 minutes.
make sure we don't get hit here in an intersection.
2364 checking for an update.
And
Uranium and Rice. Hands up, 1 occupant.
Copy, vehicle stopped. South on Rice at Maryland. Hands are up at 20 minutes.
Sounded like it was rice and geranium.
Cell phone Rice, just passing Maryland.
and we have the car stopped at Rice and Geranium, southwest corner, and attempting to get the occupant out.
Copy, and your call sign?
2400.
I copy. If you can you take Delta?
Yep.
28 minutes.
So the pit maneuver there, obviously the sticks, they hit the sticks on 36, and that disabled this car. You can smell the smell of burnt tires in the air here. And that slows the car down enough that we can actually do the pit maneuver on them. Normally we wouldn't have this many cars out here, but
2364, I copy. Squads are going to be code 4. Canceling the 10-1, and did you still need the patch? Squads 5183 and 5186.
You can drop the patch.
Copy. Ramsey going to be clearing the patch with LTAC 1 at 30 minutes. For an assist citizen, Comp and her friend are stranded outside the restaurant. Comp stated she was scheduled to be picked up at the later bus, never arrived. Apparently has called to several cab companies, no one has shown up. Air 3 copies.
that's one of the
367.
reasons you take this job. Is
Thank you, 30
chance
minutes.
to catch people that are blatantly breaking the law. It's all good. I'm gonna check the damage. See if there is any. Chase, how's it going? Good.
Squad 118. 118. For diving comments, this will be clear SNR. Marks to 169.
Copy, 31 minutes.
What 385?
385.
300 to copy, 832 First Street. Shots fired. One caller, one shot heard. Nothing further.
385 copy. 300 copy.
At 32 minutes.
325, you can send me. That'll be primary.
Copy. 32 minutes.
368.
368.
To booking adult female, T5309 on script.
Copy. 365.
365.
Punch back, Sergeant to copy. 1325 West Minister Street. It's put it as an in progress. Left complaint, group of males outside shooting dice on the first floor. On the side of a black SUV. One of the males had a gun. The male with the gun is a black male wearing a blue hoodie, a hat with a bill to the side.
365, copy.
Oh, there he is.
300, copy.
SWAT to back.
Six 141, just a minute.
10:33.
76, 365.
Last one, can you go again?
376, we're going 365.
At 33 minutes. Plus 376, how do you want the AOA clear?
Unfounded.
My son and I say all the time.
24, again, 8924.
Copy, thank you.
You're welcome, 34 minutes.
So I had to get out. So maybe you and I will get back into the business next year. Hey, well, you know,
4482, copy, trip is suspicious. 2266 Duluth at Maplewood Manor for a vehicle parked in the middle of the lot.
Thanks, Michael.
Verified pickup covered by a car, occupied by two. And 89 copy are not as well at 34 minutes.
Hang in there.
You can't hit the gas so hard. We can't keep up with you on that.
Oh, is that you guys coming out of downtown?
Yeah, we were behind.
This thing does have acceleration, doesn't it?
It does, sir.
Yeah, it does have acceleration. It does. I'll tell you what, though, the Explorer's corner a little better because it's just a little wider. But next year's Durango is going to have better wheels.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, all's well that ends well, right? Troy, nice job. Yeah, well, there was only 5.
210.
Area check, I'm not sure if this merits police response. Marked suspicious. 13 Maryland for a male running eastbound through Collar's Alley. Collar also states that there's sirens and he appeared to be running from officers, but the crash from the pursuit was right in that area and there's nobody outstanding.
Yes, he was a street racer. A street racer that was hanging out at Deluxe. That was smart. Thanks for blocking the street. You're on it.
Beat me up there.
Thank you. Deluxe, they were hanging out Deluxe, and he did say he was at a car meet. Car meet, no one was hurt. Car successfully curbed.
2360, I didn't make any transmission.
So, no damage on our cars. A little bit of damage on his, but
2364.
and he's from Rochester. Drove up here from Rochester to join in with the racers. That's part of our problem. People just come here to race around our town. They assume that we're not going to chase them, and in many cases we don't, depending on the time and circumstances. That one, as it head down Rice Street, was right on the borderline, so we actually wanted to end it before it got into further in downtown. But as you saw earlier, there were very few people out on the streets in general. And those commercial areas are pretty much quiet. If he had gotten down to Bourne Spire, that might have been a little bit of a problem, because he probably would have could have smashed up and hurt a few people there. But the squads were able to take him out before then.
3928 arriving, ending mileage 598.
Copy the mileage at 37 minutes.
Yeah, sorry you didn't get to see much of the actual chase because we were. But I always try to let the marked cars, if the marked cars are able to, you know, because we have an unmarked car, it does have red lights, but we try to pick our spots as to where we can be of value. So he'll go to jail for fleeing police. Sometimes they have warrants as well. His car will be towed. He won't be racing anytime soon. That really is the dumbest thing. If you can tell your friends, children, nephews, whatever you do, do not flee the police. Take your lumps, take your ticket for speeding or reckless or careless. Those are misdemeanors, but do not flee the police because you put other people in danger.
I'm in the area.
It's 12:30.
So we're headed north on Rice Street, just to get a little different view of things out here. Got plenty of cars back on Rice Street there. They were just about to go home too, midnight, where they were all, half those cars were about to go home at midnight, right before this started. Yeah, the car does need a new set of tires after hitting those sticks. In fact,
439, myself and 82 are out. Copy 39 minutes.
$2,400. Do we know which Roseville car was successful, those sticks on 36?
2372, I had sticks there at Rice Street, 1036.
Thank you. Great job.
Squad 325.
325.
Yeah, those stop sticks are critical to slow things down, give us a little chance to pit maneuver, and but also they're dangerous because you got to go out there and put them in the street and then risk the fact the guy is going to crash into your vehicle or you on the side of the street.
We're on 49 and we got another squad up here.
Where are they at? Where are they at there, Chloe?
Roger, just 268.
268.
221 route.
That was not for 268, that was 213.
213.
Copy update for 213 50 East 4th Street.
Okay. Well, that's probably that guy.
9175.
It's probably that guy that we saw screaming earlier.
9175.
Can you put me on an AOA? I'll be headed up to 35E North at the 35W split.
Copy for an AOA, 35E North at 35. Minutes. 442. 32, 4.
Hey, tell you guys that recent dream I can stop on their stop behind us.
I'll check with my partner. 213, we're code 4. Code 4, 42 minutes.
They were code 4 wrestling with that guy down on 4th Street.
Checking for any county club with an IBIS to West Central, 185 Rose.
Which level are you guys on?
I believe we're on 4-9.
Well, we're gonna go down
Squad 214.
University Avenue once tonight. We haven't done that at all. Get into the Midway District a little bit. Listen to Channel 1. Western District is on Channel 1, Central on Channel 2, and East on Channel 3. The good news is I had a full tank of gas at the beginning of the night.
8196 for both.
4.
Good.
Negative response from the county squads on an IBIS.
You guys go back to there, you
44 minutes. And squad 214, 220 is going to grab one from team. 44 minutes.
For those of you that are from out of town that are new, gotta show you
For 1 o'clock EOT
gotta
downtown
show you
beat.
our state capitol before we head down University.
539. This is GOA, downtown beat is EOC. Have a great night.
You as well, squad 279, are you going to make it? 279 EOT. Have you any other cars? Have a good night, 44 minutes.
So we're on University Avenue. University Avenue actually runs to the University of Minnesota. And it ends on the east end here. It ends at Lafayette, also known as Highway 52, right by the Union Gospel Mission. Outreach effort of for homeless people.
We're code 4 on the 9th floor, squad's not on scene, can cancel.
Copy, any squads not on scene at 4th Street can clear.
The 365, GOA with Eastern K9.
At 46 minutes.
Well, this is our Capitol Mall here. You won't see a lot of news crews here because Minnesota actually had all its ballots counted that same night. So, very quiet around our town. Oh. How's it going?
5364.
Isn't that a beautiful building? No, you should take pictures. I'm taking a picture too right now on my car camera because I wanted to show people how beautiful it is. What does MPA stand for?
Can we get your minister location?
Oh, sorry. Madison Prep Academy? Minnesota Prep. You know, my son went to a Manning Passing Academy last year. They had MP on everything too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Why, he's good?
Well, he's trying to be good, trying to get better. Yeah, trying to get better. It was down in Louisiana. Yeah, so it went all the way down there. So,
Nice.
yeah, it's a beautiful building. We'll take some pictures. Take some, is that van with you too, or just the white car?
It's just a white car.
There was another guy kind of stalking you guys, so. Yeah, have a good one.
9661 you as well, 47.
All right. Look at there, right over there. Bravo X-ray 20779. Not sure what this Tahoe is up to here behind me, but I'm gonna read you a plate if you can get it. Might be a cop car. It looks like one.
Neighborhood squad area.
Well, this isn't good. We're not having much success.
Couldn't read it. Illinois.
Just making sure that was you guys. I don't know who was stalking me there. You never know. Yeah, they were from Minnesota Prep Academy, MPA. Said they were just trying to take pictures, but as much as I want to believe that, you never know nowadays, do you? So, I haven't been down University Avenue tonight, so I'm gonna tool down there. I think we got them surrounded, huh?
So, that guy has run from multiple agencies the last 2 weeks.
Has he?
Yeah, State Patrol, White Bear Lake, New Brighton.
Have they caught him or before or not? Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
So
that's awesome. How'd you find that out?
Absolutely.
How'd you find that out? So,
we're listening on the radio. Roseville was relaying it, and then I heard someone else talk about it.
It's great work.
Yeah.
Great work. All right. See you guys. Thanks.
I'll be giving a courtesy ride to an adult female to 2874 Market 2030.
Oh, that's good. He's run repeatedly from several agencies over the last couple months since those racers came on the scene. Racers, if you're listening, and I know you are, We are going to chase you, and we are going to pit you, and we are going to tow your cars.
Only 2940. 2940.
Send me a number for DOC at Regions Hospital from Code 4.
Copy.
There has just the last 5 months just been a lot of lawlessness that's gone on with driving, but other activities as well. So we're going to have to work our way back to some semblance of people trying to stay within the lawful boundaries.
Ford 174, checking your status.
So this is University Avenue.
2364 arriving.
Squad 174.
Oh. We're at Western.
Thank you, 53 minutes.
And remember, Western is half a mile from Dale and a half a mile from Rice. It's squarely in between. So this is 380 West University. 380 West University is Western. And if we add 240 onto that, we'll get to Dale Street, which is 620. Every long block, like Arundel, is 60 more numbers. So that's Arundel is 440. McCubbin here is 500. As long as we're here, anybody remember Herges? Herges Sports Bar? The Clover Club? How about the Herges was further down on
Exchange Street, Unit
Chatsworth and Uni, but the Clover Club.
He was robbed at gunpoint. TC's trying to get more.
612 copy.
200 Exchange Comp was robbed at gunpoint. That's downtown. We're gonna tool out here into the Midway. Across Dale Street there. Hey, that gentleman that came up and talked to us at the crash, that was Johnny Price from Johnny Babies. Remember Johnny Babies on University in Chatsworth, Oxford there. Really a wonderful man, just great guy. Some of the patrons there at the business really didn't always respect his business, and that caused problems. He eventually sold, but just a good person in the community, and did his very, very best to run a good business so people could have some place to relax and enjoy themselves. But not all the patrons really appreciated that. Which reminds me, I got to run by Corrado and Thomas here, see what's going on there.
We following the tow back to 5 South.
Copy, 56 minutes.
Looks like pretty slow here at Willard's. How's it going? All right. They had a food truck here for a while, huh?
Worry about yourself and stop worrying about everybody else. I'm waiting on Derek, worried about you.
I'm waiting on Derek, bro.
What I'm saying. They're not worried about you.
I'm waiting on Derek, bro. Damn, I'm waiting on my ride, bro.
A little verbal disagreement there.
614.
4212.
Looks like balloons there, huh? I don't know. Balloons, balls, some type of celebration.
Copy, 57 minutes.
Yeah, everything's going to change here in the next month as the weather gets colder. You trying to push it forward?
212, copy the update.
You trying to hold it back?
Thanks a lot for the help.
What kind of help do you need? I got a light for you. I got a light, but you got some smart women here. They can fix it for you, right?
No, I'm fine. Can you turn that light off?
Okay. How's it going, partner?
Copy 15 minutes.
I don't know. Didn't want help. Did want help.
I'll be at 2. 2366 15 minutes.
All day and young. Yeah, feel free to roam around and find your own stuff too. You know, I appreciate making sure the old guy's okay, but
120.4.
you'll always know where I'm at.
Copy code 4.
You don't have to be too close. Thanks, though. Thanks. Bye. All right, we're looking. The suspect in the robbery is a gray Acura, no plates.
I'll be out with 120 here in a second. The other south. Stay clear.
Copy. Squads are out to St. Anthony and Lexington. Come clear at 1 o'clock. 180. Copy.
We are going to run over to. We're going to run over. St. Anthony and Lexington had a call there, but they just cleared us.
2940. You can clear me assist. Put me back on my off duty.
Copy at 1 o'clock.
But we are going to go over here.
2366, do I still got a second coming?
Victoria and Selby.
2166, copy.
And we're going to hit
6-6, I'm pulling up now.
gray Acura, no plates.
2372, Avenue 9 call.
Copy.
All right, in a couple minutes, I am gonna end this broadcast and restart another one. And even if you're going to bed, if you just want to come back for a few minutes, just to help us get the algorithm going of the number of views. So
we're on scene. Is our victim with the cop? If so, advise them to step out. We're out front.
Copy 11 TC, call back at 101.
Gonna find a nice safe place to restart though.
Squad 214.
Had a shooting over here the other day on Carroll and Eaglehart.
Squad 214.
Go for 214.
Medics are having a hard time finding you. What floor are you guys on?
So last weekend when we were here, you remember that
214 is on an investigation.
They were boarding up some windows on Grand Avenue.
I think there was a 213.
I wasn't sure. We weren't sure if they were going out of business or what, but
Got it. Sorry about that. Squad 213.
turned out they were just trying to be extra prepared in case there was any civil disturbances that caused people to break windows.
Is there a squad on 4th Street to advise what floor medics need to go to?
2 and 3. Medics have already taken her down. They already have her.
Copy. Thank you, 103.
212, we copy the update.
So, I just got a call that came in on a fight on Como. So, we're going to turn around and go back
4047.
to that.
4487.
Can you open up that last?
But Pottery Barn is all boarded up, and you can see it says they're open. We'll wait to see what happens. It says they're open for business, but their windows are boarded up. That was kind of a nationwide trend.
120.
But a few businesses did it here in Grand.
111, 1 time.
Not too many.
Copy, 103.
Grand Avenue. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Very good.
113.
Thank you.
You bet.
Can you do both those calls at 716 Como Ave together? Cancel 110 over 23 block.
Copy, squad 110, you can clear.
110 negative, we're 23. Keep us on it.
Well, we're going to go up to that call too.
Copy, 104.
See what happens.
113 will be 10 8.
Well, that house is kind of right back behind that apartment complex is in the back of that.
Yeah, with her.
On front. So actually it's
Copy, control to 105.
it's possible the argument.
Figure we'll fight that 10 time rack.
Yeah.
With 180.
Yeah, it sounds like the fight might be on Argyle, not on Como.
Copy, 105.
Argyle comes in the back there. You'll notice on that chase that I was sitting on the top of that Little Canada ramp there before I committed to go southbound on 35E.
83 squad to be clear, assistant.
Just in case he got off on Little Canada there.
110.
Which was
110.
since he was in the right lane at some point,
One of those
it was
fight calls.
a possibility, but obviously that made it harder to catch up, but there was plenty of officers there catching up to him.
Copy, we're 23.
Yes.
Nobody's fighting.
Chatsworth and Central. Thank you.
Copy, 106.
So we just had a shots fired call. Chatsworth and Central.
Shots fired. Central.
And so
120 copies, their squad was says Chatsworth and Central.
Yes.
One caller heard 2 to 3 shots about a minute ago. Also loud music in the area.
got it. Got it.
Copy, and is there Voster? Copy.
102, I copy.
So we are going to try to make a turnaround and get down Central, but Central is blocked off.
174.
Best
On
place.
that freight call at the halftime rack, do they have a Como address, it looks like? Because they're located over up front.
1323.
So that's not looking too good there.
Copy, stand by.
So it's all those roads are blocked off.
Copy,
So we are gonna have to go
No problem. 107.
down to Victoria and cut over. The heck.
214.
Clear and clear with 282, 220, 270.
Copy, I'm 108.
Can you put me on a PTV 1109 Woodbridge, please?
Copy.
We didn't start till 9:51 today.
120.
120.
There's a couple people out milling around Chadson Central. Looks like business as usual. Check area.
So there's a squad there. He doesn't think there's any shots fired going on there.
Copy, I 108. Squad 174.
Go ahead.
I see the address for the halftime wreck, 1013 front. I'm just confirming with the TC how they got that Argyle address.
Heavy.
109.
Couple racers on the freeway there.
$120.
Referencing line 2. Do we know why we think that, or give some more information?
I will check with the TC and see if the comp said anything else.
Thank you. Yeah, we're not finding anything out here.
You're welcome, 110.
We'll be out with 667, Romeo Mike.
Copy the plate at 110.
So this is Chatsworth and Central. And just for fun, I don't know if you can see. Can you see those marks in the street? I don't know if it was gunfire, but they were definitely doing donuts at the corner here recently. Debbie Montgomery lives over here. Her lawn is always the best. One of my early mentors when I came on the police department in '77, she was one of the first women police officers. She was working Rice Street while I was working Dale Street. And just a great person. Debbie Montgomery.
About 310.
310.
Suspect in your college, a white male, 59 years old, 5'9", approximately 184 pounds. Assault and pepper hair. Not showing an OFP in a CIC, but he's showing a misdemeanor warrant out of Ramsey County for indecent exposure.
So this is St. Peter Claver Catholic Church on the corner here of Oxford and St. Anthony. Just an outstanding institution in the community. And so many great fine priests have served here, and
PPV at 1705 Cope.
so
Copy of 1705.
I think Melvin Jr., the mayor's dad, has attended here and
Referencing that line to
grew up
caller
here.
didn't
And
elaborate anymore.
I've seen
on why
pictures
he
where he
got
was in
that, and TC didn't
school
have
when he
to
was
do it.
little here. Cripe, that had to be 55 years ago. And
Yep,
but
113.
so many leaders in the community have come through St. Peter Claver. Father McDonough served here for a while. Just a place of healing on a number of occasions too, when there's been issues in the community.
114.
120.
Check area negative results. One caller.
I don't know if that speedway is ever going to come back. That's a depressing sight. That Super America was a staple in this community for so long. So Speedway, if you're listening, let's get that gas station back on the market. Sends a strong message. A lot of customers right here, 94 and Lex.
The front door. Or if she wants to talk to us at all.
I'll call.
I haven't been here for years, but this Scale Model Supplies, if you ever wanted to build a model train set or race car set, that's the place to go. Get everything you need there. Scale Model Supplies.
Next door's open over here.
Aurora and Lex.
310, cancel the call then.
Copy, yeah.
Squad 174. Squad 174.
You okay? Okay, very good. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Cashing his check. Yeah.
Squad 9173.
5183 investigating.
7-3.
5183, standby.
Oh yeah, B. Boy and Snelling at the Winter gas station with Edward Robert Mary 841.
B-Boy and Snelling.
5183, copy. The gas station, Kenny Road, B-Boy and Snelling at 117. 9173, copy en route to that location in White Bear to attempt contact with the suspect. Do you need another squad to assist you?
9170 is en route to back me. Once we arrive, we'll take checks.
Copy. 117.
9175, I have an update for them too before they arrive.
Copy. Go ahead.
He's not known to possess firearms, but he may fight with police, and he's heavily intoxicated.
So,
9170, we copy.
eastbound on University Avenue at Grotto.
Copy 118.
121.
I missed getting a cheese dog tonight.
Can you please change us to a DOC? Advise 126.
Got a late start though.
Copy 118.
I changed the eating schedule.
Northbound Lexus Hubbard, Adam Frank Robert 837.
Northbound Lexus Hubbard at 118. Thank you. 183, code 4. Code 4 at 118.
Tango, clear system.
Anyhow, back on the drone thing, I forgot. If you go on our webpage, we're having a public hearing later in November on our drone policy. And the primary use of drones is to find lost kids. You know, they've been so very valuable at finding kids in fields. I mean, they're just invaluable for searching areas from above. When you don't have a helicopter, or it's so quick to throw them up. You know, they're roughly $1,000 a piece now. But the state law in Minnesota requires that we have a hearing and hear from people about what they think about the use of drones. We're not necessarily obligated to, you know, to change any particular policy, but we are obligated to get the input. And of course, we always want that. And our goal really is to have an asset in place to help find people, or sometimes it might be some type of disaster that we need help with. And on occasion, on rare occasion, if there's a suspect fleeing in a scene, maybe they fled on foot and the state helicopter can't get up in time, we would attempt to use the drone to help figure out where the person was. And a lot of times that's an officer safety issue, because if we can see where they are before we come upon them, it greatly reduces the risk to the officer. So, love to have your support of us having some drones to use in our work. There are regulations in statute that says we can't willy-nilly go over private property without a warrant. There's certain things that have to be required in order for us to even use them, and we have to make a report to the legislature every year on their usage, because the legislature is worried that the technology could be abused. So that's all in our policy as well. But I hope you agree that having an asset to search for lost children or disoriented elderly people is something that would be valuable for law enforcement. And that's on our webpage sometime too. We are going to restart the video here shortly. We didn't start till about 9:45, so I think it's still running a little bit. I'm going to find a spot to restart it here in a minute. Now, because of this technology that we jointly stream to Facebook and to YouTube, it takes a little longer for both of those venues to close up. So it's not like the old Facebook days, we just shut it off and start it up 5 seconds later. It takes about a minute for the software to recognize that we're not coming back on. So be patient with us, if you don't mind. Just come back. I'm going to pull into
9170.
Holiday here, and
contact now.
it's pretty quiet and dark in here, but
Copy, making contact. Just wanted to air
Foods truck is still here.
Negative.
Copy 122.
So, the Holiday employees are still in there cleaning up. working their butts off, cleaning up the mess out here. See, there they are. Keep an eye on them while we're shutting down, and we will be back. Please join us for a few minutes when we come back.